Yo, check me out, I'm Elderby. Playing DayZ. Impromptu, unscheduled, unplanned, multi-stream. Still need to iron out the bugs between Twitch and YouTube, so we're doing that real quick. Maybe just about an hour. We'll see how the run goes. This is day 2 of a life in Deadfall. We're in the queue right now, so we'll see what happens with about an hour of playtime, see how far we can get. And then, if nothing else, maybe we'll stream again this afternoon or this evening. Probably to tweak if there's still some stuff going wrong with the stream. But we'll scope it out, see what happens. I'm 3 in queue right now, so I'll be back with you shortly when we're getting into it. Longest queue ever. Still position 3. Still hanging out to see how long it's going to take. Just need a trio group to get wiped out, get mad, go play something else. We'll see. It's Sunday, so you know how it is. Everybody's playing. And generally, unless I'm planning on going anyway, if I die, I just restart immediately in the same server anyway. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's not too crazy. But if you're not familiar with Deadfall, it's a relatively small map. It's not like Trinaris or anything crazy big like that. So you usually run into a good number of people on a run. But we'll see. We'll keep hanging. And like I said, I'll blab at you in a second. Nothing exciting to see on screen, so I'll leave it on the splash screen until we're loading in. So when you see that load in, that's when we'll start getting into it. Position 2, we're moving up in the world. This server does not have queue skip, so nobody will be jumping in front, allegedly. Hopefully just a couple more minutes. Note to self, next time, maybe don't hit the start streaming button until you can see that you're next in queue. But, you know, live and learn. 11 minutes in, looking at a splash screen and have me blab about how we're not doing anything yet. Alright, we're loading in. See what kind of shenanigans we can get into. The interesting thing on a fresh, not a fresh life, but the second day of a life is trying to remember where you are. Apparently we have pork. Lots of, where did I get all this stuff from? Way better than I thought. BK, I don't think I have any ammo for the BK if I remember right. I keep so much nonsense. I also don't like having too much separation stuff. Do we not have a bag? We do have a bag. I was just looking at the bag. Alright, free that up. Let's get the ammo stuff up top. Nitpicky. And I need to figure out where we are. I also have not set up the old iPad so I can see what the map looks like. Eventually it'd probably be a good idea to get you guys a little inlay for that. That might be obnoxious out of constantly looking at it. Alright, I didn't realize we had some food on us as I logged out. Yellow health. Am I wet? Soaked, drenched. Must have been raining, I suppose. We'll ring out a shirt at least. I feel like I'm right outside. Oh, okay, I know exactly where I am. I know where I am. Up the hill is, so Algonquin is there, yep. And then up the hill is the abandoned buildings where there's usually some rifles. So I'll scope that out right now. Potentially cook in the house, which isn't the best idea, but it's not really a trafficked area. So we might be okay. I think that was the plan, was to head up and get some cooking done. I'm too low, I can't really tell. Unless you saw somebody run by right now, that's not good enough to see what's going on. I think that might be. Did I have a rangefinder? I did. That's not how that button works. We have a battery in it. No. Well, I'm going to use this one. Because is this far enough away for zombie spawn? Maybe. Kind of like right at the entrance. It might be close enough. Probably not though, because if the rock's here 330, then obviously the town itself is further away. Okay, so we'll get up the hill, we'll get into the buildings, and if there's zombies spawning in town, then we know they're not ours. Like I said, the biggest thing about today is stream quality. I think I might have finally got some settings correct enough that I can continue multi-streaming. Because just peeking over it looks like everything's looking okay, but we'll keep an eye on that for sure. Let's rearrange this a little bit too. Because we don't have any rounds for this, right? Nothing in the shotgun. CR's not a bad rifle. I remember when I did day one here, take a peek, way out in the open. Tough part is the zombies are usually in between on the road, so I don't think I'd even be able to see that, but that's alright. We'll cook and then we'll hit that up. On the first day I just kind of expected to do a test stream, and then it obviously went pretty decent. I'm not sitting too bad. Better bag, potentially a better rifle and some shotgun shells, and we'll be sitting pretty good. Wandering around a building that I'm almost positive doesn't spawn anything good anyway. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to see. That's okay. Is that even one of these? I'm not running the wrong way, am I? Yeah, I am. Go towards the buildings you intend to get into. That's probably a better idea. I probably should cook up here. That's even more out of the way. Let me walk in a straight line in this open field while I get the map open. Okay, there was a decent stutter there. Kind of keep eyes out for that. That might have just been my rig requiring some updates. I'm just trotting forward. Here's a zombie in front of me. I'm just like hanging out. Do you want to get him like around the corner here though? At least in this bush if we can. I'm just completely missing with the sickle. That works too. Why are you not swinging right? What's happening here? There we go. Yeah, it's a little jittery still. That's the excuse I'll use for getting my butt kicked by a single zombie. Come on, man, get in there. It's definitely a lot smoother than last time, but another adjustment probably won't hurt. Got the broom. This is usually the decent place to cook. Again, because it's not like people are trying to head this way. And generally speaking, if you are heading down the road, you don't really think to look in here. Or at least up this direction. Except for armbands. That's concerning. Okay. Wonder how old this is. Maybe they just couldn't make up their minds, huh? So we got a team that came through. I don't know why I'm crouched. It's too late at that point. Yeah, I definitely don't want to cook here then. There's probably no point in even checking these. That's a wall. Either go around or, you know, do something about it. I'm still going to though. Was there something right there? Flare. See, like I like to cook in this building here, or the previous one, and I didn't even look up at the chimney before I ran up to it, so I mean, maybe that's just because I'm a garbage player. It does give hope that maybe this would still be okay to cook here. Peacoat. Yeah, I'm okay with my... At least my jacket's brown and not... Shoot me please red. It is a full server, so I realized that I just kind of like logged in and ran around and didn't... I mean, I looked at Algonquin and went, oh, nobody's there, it's okay. Go about your business. Probably not the best idea. But it's okay. Okay. Maybe they've been gone for a little bit. Because that's, it's damaged, but of course it's too big. As always, too much crap not organized in any means. Mags that I don't even have or plan to get. I can't ever drop stuff. I always gotta chuck it. More fun that way. Okay. What's this is gonna go to? Is that a Vega mag? Assault rifles. Strange shape. And then we'll keep the P1 mag. I've got the Mark II, Deagle. My wishful thinking magazines. Let's get. Actually, we'll do rangefinder. You could go inside. That would make a lot more sense than doing what you're doing right now. Got the rope belt. We have a kitchen knife, and yet I'm still gonna take another knife. Nothing like good space inventory management. Okay, let's see if we can luck in anything else. Yeah, I don't think this one has anything. Can you actually use this furnace? That'd be kind of cool. Alright. You know what? We're going to check this building, and then we're going to cook. Because if we don't, we're just going to wander and ponder whether I should or not, rather than just actually doing it. That log looks like a mushroom. That's the other thing. It's not like, you know, the area has any... There were no dead zombies. There were no mushrooms. Can you use that one? That would be crazy too. That'd be a foolish one. Well, a tree might help, but... Yeah, but without having any real thought that I was going to progress by any means last session. Okay, that's interesting. And then, you know, doing relatively well. I kind of don't want to just throw this life away, but at the same time, that's the game. Yeah, crap, I think this is... Is this the cookhouse? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah, I killed our little fisherman hat buddy right here. This is Armband House, if I remember right. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's just cook. We don't have any means of cooking either, huh? We're just gonna have to throw them all on there. But if I don't do this soon, I'm not gonna dry out. Continue getting cold. Let's run up the way before get sticks up here. Why not? Maybe I'll make another round, because I do have a decent amount of food to get through. Are you gonna give me sticks, or are you gonna give me firewood? Stick! Yeah, we'll do 2. I'll get the 5er. I was about to say, and then that should hold up, so... You'll cook it right out. Obviously not a lot of action going on for this stream test, but realistically, just running around was kind of rough. for frames and things like that. So I think this is pretty good. The stutter, I saw it just as bad as you guys probably did. So I think it was just a, you know, my setup kind of thing. I'm looking at the ground here. I get, I get 60 frames. All right, heading back to the house. We'll just have to chat it up with any passerbys, potentially. Can you break a broom up? I actually don't know that. I don't think I have paper or rags. I don't think you can cut a pea coat. I'm not going to waste... I got 2 bandies, but I'm not going to waste those. Yeah, can you break this? That's a shotgun. That's not going to do what you think it's going to do. Split. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I don't think after you've made armbands that you can cut them up again. Craft frags. I stand corrected. Okay. Sickle has met its last adventure. Granny, you stand guard for us out there, alright? But that's okay. We have plenty of other weapons. We don't have any lighter goods, do we now? And that flashlight's my only means of light for getting into the tunnels, so that's definitely got to be upgraded. I don't think I have any, what words was I thinking about? Unknown, I guess. Just thinking about tunnels, and then totally lost it. Obviously, it was mighty important. Okay, get the hand drill kit going. Keep that in our hands. Hopefully don't get murdered on the way back to the house. And then certainly hope we don't see any humans until cooking is complete. Because covering this house is going to be an interesting endeavor. But that's right. We've made our choices. Now we're going to live with them. Wring some clothes out too. Make sure we're nice and vulnerable. Alright, get all this pork up there. That's right, we had a pig. I think it was kind of in this area if I remember right. Nope, that's not how that works. Let's close this up too because it looks like it's going dark here. Pulling some clothes out. Been enjoying these custom maps. Been doing Deadfall a lot. Just kind of started in Molsk for the first time recently, so I need to jump back in there again. But it'll be eventually time for a return to Chernaris. I don't like playing it too much. It's just so big. When you're by yourself, you kind of use more running there than usual, if you will. All right. Oh, that was quick. Get out of there. Throw those down. Okay, that won't take too long. Famous last, I suppose, but we'll be in a better spot. We'll go back to Algonquin, just kind of run through again. Shotgun shells, maybe something out of the hunting shop. If we can get a better rifle than the CR. I'm not unhappy with the CR, but we'll see. I also need a water source of some type. Yeah, so we'll hit that up. These hots. Why did you go away? Did I get too clicky there? That was weird, right? All of a sudden, there we go. It's like all of a sudden cooking disappeared. Picking up the wrong stuff. that out. Okay. What else can we do here? Nothing. I don't think it would make any sense if you could ring that out. You can, that's weird. I guess it's just heavily padded more than it is armored by any means. It would be nice to completely dry out, but that's not really the goal. If we just get, you know, we're sitting on a plus already, so even if we don't get completely dried out, that's not the end of the world. Just take all these for now. We can eat on the run. Yellow's not too bad of a spot to be sitting. Plus we have the cans, but I'd like to keep the cans if we can. Alright, let's act like we're defending ourselves now. Although if I were anybody, I'd probably peek that window first. You wouldn't expect me to be sitting in the middle of the floor like a dummy though, so it might be alright. Almost there. Get a little munching in now. It's not like I'm not given away by the smoke. Alright, last batch. Server restart in 30, that's perfect timing. That's when we'll bail out. I'll set a timer for that, because otherwise I will absolutely forget that. So we'll go for 20 for sure, and then we'll find a little bush to hide in. The big hopes are that we don't come running out of here and just get absolutely blasted right away. But we'll see what happens with that. Okay, 2 pluses. I see that I'm yellow temperature, but that's alright, because we are out of here. Yeah, because I don't know. Oh. Is this our watch Granny? It was. Hi, Granny. It's always like an extra 3 just in case swings after the fact. Yeah, that's not too bad. Especially with it being gray skies, you kind of have to like... I put my back to exactly where people would be coming from. You'd really have to be looking for it, so that's kind of why that's a big house to pick for me. Okay, white food still coming up. We didn't fully get our second plus, but that's alright. That wasn't really the purpose anyway. I think we're going the right way. I love having a compass though. Southwest from there is where we want? It is. So go this way. Right? Church would be down there. Pretty sure that's where it is. Yeah, that's kind of the... Yeah, okay. It looked unfamiliarly familiar to me. Alright, from our nonsense point of view that we can't really see anything anyway. Especially up top, if there's anybody getting into silliness. Yeah, we're just gonna have to take the chance. Go in, see if there's anybody waiting. What did we end up on? We still have garbage shoes too. I'm still wet on a bunch of this stuff. That sucks. Oh man, that we could have done something about. Let's ditch real quick. I'm assuming it's gonna rain again before we even get to, you know, even talk about crossing the river, but I don't really need to go into it acting as if I'm, you know, anticipating the rain every 5 minutes. But look at this. I mean, that's rain. She gon' rain. Okay, let's just do a quick check. When are we expecting zombies? Alright, they could be ours when we see them. I don't really like coming up the rock side there, but if you don't, you're just kind of like running up the road. At least this way, you'd have to be on the river side, or the lake side rather, buildings, and looking out at the lake side, and that's pretty unlikely to happen. I think closest spawn is Huron, so you know you might be coming around from this way, but realistically, you're not coming right to Algonquin. It's not a huge spot, at least that I'm aware of, for getting geared up. It just kind of always seems like this intermediate stop before you head across and get into the military stuff. I'll check for fishing folk. Decent spot for that. The town's not a bad place to cook either, because again, it's hard to spot the chimney smoke unless you're really looking for it. Alright, zombie hunting time. There's another bad stutter there. It might just be, I'm kind of hypersensitive to it since I'm paying attention for streaming's sake. That might be kind of what I experience anyway. Okay. Here's zombies. And actually that's a decent thing. We don't really want them all to be gone. We will go over to the guard shack. It's usually pretty busy here at Brick. Let's see what we got. Jumpsuit pants, great color. Very camouflagey. Let's see if we can peek out the window here. Okay. So I feel like these are all mine. The fact that they're not cleared out means there's probably not anybody here. I don't usually like to do this side of the street first, but let's see. Let's do this one, because then you're just kind of exposing yourself to somebody that's up in the buildings there. But we'll do this side first. Make our way to hunting store. Stuff on the tables here is a good sign. Nonsense. Hunter pants. What do we have? Jeans 20. Worn and low. Nah, okay. Nice little hat. This gives a little protection, doesn't it? But little else. Yeah, we'll swap it. It's blue and looks ridiculous, but we like blue. Yeah, at least no smoke. Just kind of head down the side here. And then wrap back down to the fountain after we clear through. Because I'd really like to get 25. That's pretty much what I've got. I'd really like to get a bottle before we head out, but you never know. Time-wise, we get about... It sounded like that was an aggro there for a second. About 13 minutes until we'll start wrapping it up, so it's probably just enough time to clear the town. There must be one back here, because both times when I've been crouch running through, they've alerted. Yeah, sounds like they're right here. Usually, too, this is the kind of the lock in the zombie side. It seems like when people run through. Picnic table's good. This is what I'm wearing, I think. 12 pristine low. Nah, mine's better. What we got? Turtleneck. Nope. Yeah, there must be some that are like right in front of the fountain there. Usually a lot of them spawn there, like 4 to 6. Kind of annoying. Keep on going. Helmet here? Any decent? Enduro. Sweet purple jackets. What do we got on the hoodie? 16. Pristine and medium. Is that going to switch that or my jacket? Cool. Let's really annoyingly stand in the middle of this area here and organize stakes. I think this was garbage quality though, wasn't it? That's pristine. Okay. Good trade, good trade. Hopefully you don't die from it. Pants. I don't know if I maybe have been in this town like once where I at least haven't shot at somebody when I've been playing in a group, or like seen somebody come through. So it's not that it's, I thought I saw smoke where that gap in the rocks was. It's not that it's an unpopular stopping point. I think everybody just kind of rushes to go, well, that's gonna happen. Everybody rushes to go across the passage. We just did this. Remember when this just happened? Remember that? Okay, we're gonna be lazy about it. Much smarter way to do it, but it drives me crazy when I'm looking for stuff later and I'm like, I know those stakes were here. Can opener. It's big. Tables, nothing. No homies inside here. I don't like how all these front doors are open though. That's just waiting for it to happen. Maybe a little stuttery when there's a lot of assets around, but honestly I don't think it's terrible. I have been looking at PC parts. I think it's time to give in and do an upgrade, but we'll see. We'll see, because I want something that's gonna last a bit. What do we got? Worn and medium. We'll trade those out. But that's likely to happen pretty soon. I'd say within the next 6 months. Especially if I'm getting back into doing this relatively regularly. You know, I don't really just want to provide a garbage experience for both of us. Okay, we already did there. Seems relatively quiet zombie-wise on this side, so it might be okay. I don't really... I mean, I need to hit the well regardless, because there's not a lot of water as you go south. But I really don't want to waste the timing with it to sit there at the well on my hands. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Okay. Yeah, we'll take you. We got the room. So it looks like it's in rough shape. Damaged. How many rounds we got? 3? Well, it's alright. Because I think, what do we got? 76239. That's this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, only 3 shots in that, so having a backup is not a bad idea. Okay. This will be the tricky part, to see if we can get to the hunting store and across without having to deal with a lot of them. I think some of those windows you can look out. Doesn't actually look like it. Alright, so let's get out the back side here. This road is another one to be concerned about. Yeah, that one's going to be a problem, potentially. We'll just slow roll it in here. Please squeeze through. Thank you. This is looking mighty empty, which is kind of interesting. What do we got? Oh, Longhorn. Do I have 308? I think I do have 308. Might even have a box. Okay, I don't have a box, but I've got some shots. Alright, we're gonna be really ridiculous and take the Longhorn and keep the revolver. Oh, that's big. Put you there. And one in it. What's the scope look like on it? Pristine? Okay. Well, in that case, we had that. So let's ditch that. That's pretty big. 2 different range weapons at least. If we get a bunch of ammo for one or the other, we can ditch the other one, but for now I don't mind doubling those 2. Yeah, I think we'll be okay if we go down the road and around the backside. What are we doing for time? Just about 10 minutes. I don't know how successful we'll be. I really want to peek in this car. This is very dumb, but I want to do it. Okay. Was that worth it? Did you get what you wanted? Yeah, with the restart in 15, I want to be kind of logging out in 10. I generally tend to be a couple minutes early. I've totally not even looked at the rocks either, where somebody could be checking the town out. I'm just kind of going about my bumbly business over here. Okay, I don't think there's any zombies here, so just kind of peek down the road real quick just in case. What do we have? An actual belt. I'm gonna lose that, but that's okay. Oh, do I have space for the rope? I want the rope too. We'll untie that when we're in a safer position. Because it's still a decent area to fish. Disinfectant. I kind of want that. I kind of want that. Let's eat real quick and then take that. I do have to be mindful too of the fact that the armband gang is not oh, can I take that over this? 24. That's my storage on the, I don't know. Let's try. That might take the place. Yeah, I was gonna say that might just be take the spot of your shirt. That's a bummer. That would have been nice to be able to double up on that. Okay. Let's eat. I'm surprised this is still hot. Just for the sake of space. Go grab that disinfectant. You know, the real important stuff. It's this car, wasn't it? Yeah. It's 3 spots, isn't it? You didn't bother making any other effort. You're not helping. You're not helping. There we go. I know I'm not the only one, but I get so pack ready with everything. Like, oh, what if I run out of my 2 rolls of bandages and want to be able to disinfect some rags at some point? Like, oh yeah, that's a reason to spend more time at this car and get shot from nowhere. Alright, we're really flirting with the time limit, but that's alright. We'll see what we can make work. I don't think you can get up there from here. I think I'm gonna have to creep to the stairs, which is gonna be relatively challenging. Part of me is kind of saying just go find a bush and abandon this idea, but that wouldn't be any fun, would it? Oh my god, this is dumb. Okay, let's just get them all then. Come on, friends. Oh no! That's bad. That's bad. That stutter isn't any better either. Oh my goodness. Did we lose him? Oh, we only got one. It's actually quite good. Oh, okay. Incorrect. Let's draw him off the wall also here. Okay. This is not great. Oh, and it's stuttering so bad. Hello. Oh no, get up! Get up the ladder! Get up the ladder! Okay. Hopefully we can make this work at least a little bit. Pile in, my friends. I have no idea how many I actually got. And it's gonna rain. Run! Well, if anybody's around, they will be aware now. Let's let them come in the front door. Oh no, oh no! Oh, I'm trapped. I'm dead here. Oh, fantastic. And then they only have one way out too, so they're probably still going to be hanging out in here. We'll see. Ah, what a grand plan. And 5 minutes too. I have bleeds also. That'd be really funny to bleed out while unconscious to zombies. Yeah, I'm not, there we go. I was about to say, I'm not too confident on how long I'm out here. Come on. Open those eyes. Okay, one bleed. I kind of think we just need to bail out on the water idea. Where are we all? Some that way. Actually, it might be okay now. I didn't draw any from down here though. So what we'll do, since we have so much of a time constraint, is we'll fight whoever's. Oh no, my knife. Well, that's why you have 47 of them. We'll we'll fight anybody down here. It's about to start raining too. We'll get into that guard shack and then we'll just head out of here. Not the most successful Algonquin run I've ever had. Not the worst. So there's that. Let's maybe have this out just in case somebody comes. Between armbands nearby and 1,000 aggro zombies. Oh man, that's a bummer. I do want to get in this guard check. When am I sitting for time? I have like 3 minutes. So this will kind of be a miracle if I can make this happen. Hopefully I just get this guy. Just the police on me. I can check the shack real quick. The police vehicles and we can get out of here. But there's a lot of wishful thinking there. I kind of want to take him out because he's definitely going to... These guys are going to see me too though. Oh, stop moving, stop moving. Okay, of course. You're so bad at this. Oh, come on. Oh, it's fantastic. I think the move is to pick up the knife, tuck tail, and get out of here. I really, really would like to wake up now. Poor dude's been knocked out twice in like 45 seconds. There's a little bit of color on the screen there. I won't be surprised if "You Are Dead" pops up also. Oh, okay. Don't forget the knife. That is missing. Oh no, I've got to do something here. I can't. No, I have to. I'm gonna bleed out. Oh, please don't die. Please don't die. Come on, you got it. You got it. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. 1, a 2. Just run. Just run. Okay, blood coming up. What a successful endeavor. At least server restart is like 6 minutes. So I really don't think anybody is going to, you know, like, oh, let's run over to Algonquin real quick. Let's just go down here. I don't have the time to get away. I mean, you could at least try to not get shot. There is that. Yeah, we'll get into this tree. Okay. We didn't die. Very interesting start to the day. We're going to go ahead and call it here. I'll check out the videos, especially the YouTube one. It seemed to me, actually, the Twitch kind of looks like it's going terrible. So I'll scope that out, see what if I can change some settings on that to see how the multi-streamings go. The YouTube looks a lot better, so I'll see what that looks like. And hopefully patch this up for next time. But until then, thanks so much for stopping by. If you're watching this at a later date, I'm Elder B. Take care.